With New Year weight loss resolutions being broken all across America, I want to help you get back on track with healthy eating, detoxing, and staying sexy forever, which just happens to be the title of my new book, Sexy Forever, How to Fight Fat After 40. And joining me today is Dr. Andrew Weil, author of You Can't Afford to Get Sick. And ain't that the truth? Hi, I am so happy to meet you. Our paths have crossed so much in the future. I love this book, and I agree with pretty much everything that's in there. I remember you on the cover of Time magazine. True. As you were like the first face of, was it alternative?
It was alternative in those days. Now, now it's integrative.
Integrative.
Medicine. Right.
So what do you consider yourself, integrative or alternative?
No, I'm not an alternative practitioner. I'm an integrative medical doctor. I use conventional medicine when that's appropriate, and I use other things when that's appropriate, and I try to teach other doctors to do the same.
It's kind of common sense medicine.
It is common sense, and it also makes cost sense. You know, we're in such a crisis with healthcare, and integrative medicine is really the way to lower costs, both because it focuses on prevention and because it can bring into the mainstream treatments that are not dependent on expensive technology. This
is such a good book. You know, just in the foreword when I start reading it, everything is grabbing me. And last year I was misdiagnosed with cancer by 6 doctors over 6 days and offered chemotherapy. And when I turned it down, you better get your things in order. What has happened? Because you talk about this. What has happened to our medical system?
Well, I think it has been really undermined by profit. You know, that medicine is not meant to exist in a rabidly for-profit system. And when you have doctors working in corporate situations where somebody above tells them how many patients they have to see an hour, and there's no time to really sit and get to know a person and take a careful lifestyle history, you can't do good medicine.
Yeah. I have a friend who is a Canadian doctor who is practicing medicine in Denver, moved back to Canada under their system up there. We better be careful if we get it here. He said he sees 70 patients a day.
Yeah, I mean, their system is creaking and groaning as well for the same reasons, that healthcare is too expensive, and we've got to find ways to bring these costs down.
Right, and people are leaving this country to go get
operations elsewhere.
Right, right. So, you know, you write and I write in my books. I think we're kind of on a similar track about toxins. We're under the greatest environmental assault in the history of mankind. What is this? What are the toxins doing to us?
Nothing good. I mean, I think we're seeing worldwide an increase in allergies and asthma and autoimmune diseases, certain types of cancers. I think these are all probably results of exposures to toxins. And it's not just single things, it's like it's a total that is a total burden on us. So I think it's up to us to figure out ways to protect ourselves.
Did you see the President's Panel on Cancer, that report this year?
I did.
Are you as shocked as I am that that did not hit mainstream media at all?
Right.
You can tell them what they concluded.
Well, I think the conclusion is that we had better be careful. You know, that there's a tremendous amount of toxicity in the environment, and in many cases these effects are unknown. But I think I'm a great believer in what's called the precautionary principle, which is that if we don't have all the evidence in, let's err on the side of caution and take appropriate measures.
Our livers are groaning.
But you know, there's a great thing you can do for your liver. Well, first of all, the first rule of detoxing is to stop putting toxins in. So that to the extent that you can, you want to limit your exposure to things. And that means being careful about your drinking water. It means being careful about exposure to secondhand smoke. It means not having chemicals around the home. It means trying to get produce that's pesticide free. And if your liver is a concern, and you know it is, there's a very simple remedy for that. There's an herb called milk thistle that people should know about. This is perfectly safe, non-toxic, it's cheap. For anyone who drinks a lot of alcohol, who takes any medicine that's hard on the liver, who has exposure to any kind of toxic fumes, I recommend taking milk thistle. It's a way of protecting your liver from toxic damage.
What about glutathione drips? Well,
you know, with any kind of drips, I'm cautious. I'd rather first try things by mouth and try eliminating things before you do that. That's a more specialized technique.
But we're exposed to, they say, 80,000 different toxins on a regular basis, 200 toxins while we do our morning ritual. Pretty hard to avoid, isn't it?
The body has a tremendous potential to detoxify itself.
Right.
If you stop putting things in, and if you rev up the body's own systems of detoxification. So what are those? First of all, you can drink more water, so you have increase your urinary output.
How much water should we drink a day?
Enough so you can see that you're urinating more and that your urine is a lighter shade rather than a darker shade.
I was going to say
That's simple.
That's simple. Light urine is a good sign.
You want to have good elimination, so that means eating enough fiber and drinking enough water and getting enough exercise. A wonderful way way to detoxify is sweating that many people never think to use. And you can do that by sitting in saunas or steam rooms. Make sure you drink plenty of water when you do that. That's a great way to flush things out of your system. Another way...
Sex.
Sure.
Really
sure.
good sex.
I don't often write prescriptions for that, but yes. Another way is increasing breathing, because we can breathe out toxins as well. So when you exercise aerobically...
Like yoga?
But things where you're getting more aerobic things, huffing and puffing.
For exercise, it's strength, flexibility, and aerobic.
Right.
Yeah.
So the aerobic, with the other things may help you sweat, but the aerobic exercise, when you increase your breathing, you're exhaling more, and in the exhalations, you can remove things from your body as well.
I could talk to you for another 6 hours. You can't afford to get sick, and you can. Dr. Andrew Weil, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And I hope we get a chance to do this again. Really
Good,
interesting
thanks.
stuff.